To the plug of Audionet, it's your boy Cool Kel. That was Diddy's finna get loose. I got a special guest in the building right now. I'm gonna let him introduce himself so he can let y'all know who he is.
What's good? What's good? My name is Trey.
What's good?
My bad. I thought to go with it.
Okay.
But I go by Trey.
Okay. All right. So let's tell people a little bit about the brand, Trey.
Well, fashion designer, self-taught, born and raised here in the Bull.
Okay.
I'm definitely trying to do something different than what I see a lot of my peers doing, you know, with the fashion game right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I definitely trying to take that different approach so I can be on a different, you know, scale of things. You know, a lot of people aren't really into the craft more so than the business these days, and I'm definitely proud myself on being into the craft of actually designing, cutting, sewing.
Okay, so you do more than cut and sew rather than what seems to be fashion that's going on right now, but you're more of the cut and sew and design aspect.
More of the creating than branding.
Okay.
I feel like.
Okay. So how did and let me know if I pronounced the name wrong. How did Iverson Trollinger? I said it right.
Well, Trollinger.
Trollinger. Yeah, okay.
You pronounce it how it looks correctly, but my family just says it wrong probably.
Oh, okay. So how did that brand come about? I guess that was start with a creative process.
Well, it really just started off. Well, I mean, I've always been into fashion. You know, like everybody always know me to, you know, middle school dressing crazy when the whole '80s thing was out in retro and all the bright colors, to high school. It's just I never really, and I always used to, you know, customize my stuff and change it, but I never really thought of it as being like a designer. I just was into the, you know, being fly. So once I got to college, one summer my aunt just had a sewing machine sitting in the garage, and I was like, can I get this? She was like, I don't care. So I just took it and started playing with it at all the free time at campus when I went away to Winston-Salem State.
Okay. And
from there it just kind of took off. I was watching YouTube videos, doing my research online, you know, invested into it, and it just kind of blossomed from there into the brand Iverson Trollinger, which is my real name. Iverson.
Okay, yeah, I didn't know that. That's an exclusive right there.
Exclusive. I'm Trey because I'm the third. You know, Trey means three.
Okay. And
so Iverson David Trollinger the third, and that's where the nickname Trey comes from. My family gave me, and so I just thought, you know, that Iverson name was really something unique I could use to market and brand myself.
Okay, so start from getting the sewing machine to starting to learn self-taught cut and sew. What about it you grew the love for it? Like I see that, and you just told us that, you know, through middle school you had that '80s fashion. You was trying that out to come up. But what was like the distinctive, like love? What made that distinctive love for you to create Iverson Trollinger?
Well, like I said, let me rewind. I did take like a designing class in high school, I think, for a semester, because I wanted to take graphic design and you had to have another one, but I was never like paying attention in the class or nothing. But it's like when I did get to college that year and pick it up, it's like, you know, stuff started sparking back in my head that I was listening to in class but not really applying myself towards. And so then it just kind of started seeing, to me, I just thought I was doing simple stuff, you know, like I'm sitting here, you know, cutting up t-shirts or swapping out sleeves because I learned how to do it on YouTube or something, you know, little stuff like that. And it seemed like all my friends and peers were just like, oh, snap, like you really doing something. I was like, what? Like, I just, that wasn't nothing, you know? So it was something slight. I didn't look at it as nothing because I've always been, you know, a creative, artistic person. Like, I used to always go off Spirit Week in high school and stuff. Everybody used to be like, can you come do my, you know, costumes, just crazy stuff like that. So I know I've always had that type of passion and gift, but as far as applying it into, like, you know, fashion design, it just, that college lifestyle, you know, you really start getting into culture and fashion and seeing different people in different groups, and that really, like, you know, broadened your horizons, and I really kind of got in depth with it, you know, from that.
All right. Well, we'll be right back after this. It's your boy Cool Kel. Up next, Amigos, pipe it up. We're not tuning to the plug. I'm gonna try to shot at it. We have the stylist, the creative director, and founder and owner of Trey. My fault. I ain't need to go be rude. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
It's all
Iverson
good,
Trollinger in the building.
What's good? What's good? You got everything there.
I
might
did.
not just in the right order.
I was trying to get it together. So Trey, what is some of the inspiration behind the pieces?
A lot of my inspiration just comes from, you know, previous artists and designers. I'm a really big fan of Givenchy and Versace, and you know they were young designers in their heyday, you know, and they were going against the grain during that time. So a lot of people in the industry was really, you know, kind of shunning them and looking down on them. Just kind of like, you know, who is also major influence of mine, Kanye West. You know, he just recently got into the, you know, fashion game and stuff. And, you know, people kind of not really rocking with it right now, thinking it's kind of crazy, but that's what I love. Like, he's still passionate about it, still going forth about it. And, you know, I mean, honestly, like I always say, when he hasn't been wrong yet, he's always a few years ahead. So, yeah, everybody talk junk in the current time, but you saw everybody was rocking the leather pants a year later, you know, after they thought it was crazy. So I just look for inspirations like that, you know, people who go against the grain, and I'm a really big fan of that and who succeed. So that's what I try to incorporate, and I love, you know, decade timeless things, you know what I'm saying? Like, fads come and go, but, you know, they say fashion lasts forever, and so that's really what I'm big on, trying not to be so caught up on what's hot at the moment, but what do I genuinely like and want to do and think will last in the fashion game, you know? Okay, so
is there any collections, or is it more cut and sew pieces? Like, how, as far as the work that you've done, is it, like I'm saying, is it more collections, or
a little bit of both? I always release. Okay, so what a lot of people don't understand is how, like, you know, the fashion calendar works. It's always like a year ahead. Like, you know, we just had Fashion Week this past week, the week before this week, and before last week, and they were releasing their spring summer 2016 lines. You know, spring summer's ending, we about to go into winter, but you have to stay a year ahead because people don't catch on to the trends until a year later, like I was saying. So I always, you know, do a spring summer collection around this time, and then around February I always do my fall winter collection for the next year. And those are my, you know, collections every year, but in between all that I'm always doing, you know, custom work for clients. I'm also the head designer for a high school modeling entertainment troupe, Next Level, out of Durham. I do all their costumes and runways and things like that for their shows. So definitely always busy in between.
Is there any upcoming shows that you have going on? Or
yeah, actually, you know, October's coming up. That's my homecoming season. I do a lot of the homecoming fashion shows and model shows. I get asked to, you know, guest in or be a part of. So I definitely am getting together this spring summer 2016 collection for those. I have something going on at Central, something going on at East Carolina, something at UNC Charlotte, I believe, and I also got asked to be a part of Winston-Salem's Fashion Week. So I'm definitely just trying to stay busy and get out there and get my name out there.
All right. Now, is there any face or models for the brand? Is there face or models?
We got somebody in the building with me today. Major supporter, friend, business partner, everything. My homegirl Alexandria Mitchell. She started out, you know, we've been knowing each other since middle school, but she started out as one of my main models. She was just always there, always on it, always on call, go-to model. So she's kind of become like the face of, people always associate her with my brand. And from that, she's kind of, you know, started her own business venture, where I'll let her jump on herself.
All right.
I don't know if you want me to introduce myself again, but I am Alex Janelle, owner and president of Amade by Janelle Cosmetics. Great friend of Trey's. Trey's been a huge inspiration and motivational person in my life to want me to go out and do my own thing. Because he's doing very well with his clothing line.
Okay, how long you been modeling with Trey?
How long, Trey?
I guess
from middle school, high school?
Yeah.
From high school.
09, 08, 09.
Okay.
Well, does that tell my age?
I feel old.
But yeah, it's been a great run with Trey with all of his shows.
Okay, where can people find some of your cosmetics? There's a website or social media. I forgot to ask you the same thing, Trey, but I'm gonna come back to you.
All right, no problem.
Where can people find some of your cosmetics?
My cosmetic line has its own page on Instagram, and it's just Amade by Janelle, AMARE by Janelle, and the website is amadebyjanelle.bigcartel.com.
Okay, all right. And how long has Amade by Janelle been running? It's been a couple of years. You just like how's the process been? I know it's been a long process.
It's been about a good 4 months, honestly, and it has exceeded my expectations. Like it has blown itself out of the water.
Okay, all right. Well, Trey, where can everybody find? Before we wrap up, where can everybody find?
I'm on all the social media as Iverson Trollinger, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. And then it's currently down to be getting ready for the new collection about to drop in a few weeks. But IversonTrollinger.com will be back up in a few weeks to launch the new collection. I have somebody working on it as we speak. So you can find me everywhere.
All right, it's your boy Cool Kev. We got Lil Wayne, Nothing But Trouble up next. You're not tuned into the Plug Audionet. I'll be back.